Saw to find out how to get my head out of the clouds because I've been in my home.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Cudi. Has a brand new video to see by the title of the video. I'm showing you guys how to have flow in your latest montage/edit. Now, disclaimer: this is a revamped version of the original how to have flow video I did back in 2019 for Fortnite. Without further ado, let's go straight into it. Real quick, I forgot to mention as I'm editing this video, I just dropped my merch. So if you guys want to go cop a Cudi hoodie, Flea has it, I have it, as you can see the photos right here. Either way, let's continue with the tutorial. As you can see, this looks very confusing. You're like, what is going on? Don't stress about it. Let me show you guys what to do. Pretty much what you guys want to do is create a new composition. And the way you do that is by clicking on composition, new composition. These are my settings for the video itself. I like to record or edit in 1080p. The frame rate's at 24 for montages. I feel like it's just more, it just looks better. It's more aesthetically pleasing. So I recommend doing 24 frames per second. Let's click OK on this. And now we have a new project, okay? And what we're going to do right off the bat is Control S to save, or file and save. Make sure that you guys always save your videos when you're editing on After Effects, because After Effects is a very crashy and buggy program, so it's very important to save your work when you can. Now that we're here, we need to import our song and our clips for the montage. The first thing I like to do is import a song. So what I want you guys to do is click on File, Import, File, and from there I want you guys to find a song that you guys want to use for today. I already have my song in here, so let's go ahead and click and drag this over to the composition. And now we have our clip in here. This little bar here represents our audio clip, okay? I'm gonna simply click and drag it to the very beginning. Now that I did that, I want to double click L on my keyboard so I can see the audio levels, okay? I can see the waveforms of the song. And now I want an audio preview to see which part of the song I am in. The way you do that is by clicking on the period button next to the numpad. So click on that and let's hear the audio to see where we're syncing it to. So this is the very beginning of the song. I know that I don't want to edit to this beginning part, so I'm gonna click and drag this until I find a good spot on where I want to edit to. Okay, I found the part where I want to sync to, and it's going to be this part right here. And now let's go ahead and start marking where we want to sync it to. So right off the bat, I know I want to sync it where he says how. I want to sync it right here. This is where I want the first clip to begin, when the character is going to be doing something in the game. The way I mark it so I know that I want to sync to this beat right here is by using this right here, clicking on the marker bin. It creates a marker on my timeline, as you can see right here. And what that does is just a note. It's just a visual note to say, hey, this is where I want to sync it to. So pretty much once you have figured out the parts of the beat where you want to sync to, as you can see, I've added a couple markers here, here. Here is where I want the song to actually hit, the actual clip of the song, whether it's the kill in COD or the kill in Fortnite. I usually like to sync it to a beat drop, and I highly recommend you do the same as well too. And I want the clip to end right here on this last marker. And so at this point, now that we have marked it and we have the audio clip in here, let's go ahead and click and drag our clip so then we can start syncing to it. So the way we do that is same thing. You click File, Import, and make sure that you guys import your clip. I already have my clip here. I'm gonna simply click and drag this over here, put it down here. And once we've done that, since I know marker number 4, this marker right here is where I want the kill to happen, I'm gonna click and drag my video clip until that part happens. So I'm simply gonna click and drag all the way over to my left until that happens on my screen. Right there, boom, there it is. So right off the bat, if I zoom in, you can see this is where he shoots. So I have it sync right there on beat perfectly. At this point, we're gonna be using keyframes and easy ease for us to make this have flow. Now don't get confused, this is the hard part of the tutorial, but just follow along and I promise you guys will not get lost. Okay, so pretty much what you guys want to do at this point is Control S to save just in case. And now I want you guys to click on Control Alt T or right click, time, enable time remap. And at this point, we're gonna be using keyframes, which stand for points and times of the video, for us to sync to the beat. So pretty much at this point, I'm just gonna click on this diamond button over here on the bottom left on the beat. This is on beat, as you can see here, the kill is right here. I'm gonna click on this. All this little diamond represents is just that point in time where that happens within the video. So if I was to drag this marker and put it over here, as you can see, it's no longer on beat, it's on this beat now as well. So that's what we're gonna be using for us to kind of sync it to the beat. But now at this point, we're gonna start plugging these diamonds and seeing where we want it to kind of sync on the beat. Okay, so for the first marker, I kind of want to I'm just gonna click on the diamond for now. And then for the second marker, I want him to shoot his gun. I know he shoots it around here. So I'm going to click and drag this timer map button down here. I'm just going to click and drag until he shoots, which I already did just right now. Pretty much, I'm just going to click and drag left or right, and he shoots right here. And then for the last thing, I want him to be pulling out the gun in slow motion. So like right around here. So I'm going to click and drag to my left. Now that we did that, all I'm going to do to trim up the video is Control-Shift-D to get rid of this last part. And towards the beginning as well too. I can make it just fade in if I wanted to. I'll just keep it to make it fade in for now. But now if we watch the video itself, this is how it looks like without flow. So as you can tell right off the bat, just watching that video, the audio sounds distorted and weird. This is why you will need to add your own sound effects for the video. For now, we're going to go ahead and mute it by clicking on this audio button over here on the left side. Control S to save again. And let's go ahead and preview it. So right now, it looks okay. It looks okay. It's not that great. But us adding that flow is going to make it that much better. The way you add flow in After Effects is by highlighting all of these diamonds down here, these keyframes, right-clicking on it, keyframe assistant, easy ease. Now the actual flow, it comes down to you on on how you want to tackle and how to actually have flow. I'm going to show you the very basic and most principal way of doing it, but it's up to you as an artist, as a video editor, to experiment and find what's best for you and really make it have flow in your own way. Now that I've explained that, I'm going to highlight all of these keyframes again, click on the graph editor, and we're going to be adjusting these little yellow knobs here. And don't worry, I know it looks scary. You have no idea what's going on. Don't worry, let me just coach you and show you what's going on. So you can see right now there's like this weird white box around these yellow knobs. I'm just gonna click outside of that box and it'll get rid of it. And now we can manipulate these little yellow or these kind of gray squares right now. So if I click on this first one, you see two handles pop up. Typically for flow, what you want to do is this represents the time of the video. So right now the video starts slow, it picks up speed, and it slows down. We want the complete opposite. We want it to pick up speed, slow in the middle, and then pick up speed towards the end of it. So what we're going to do is by clicking on this knob here, I'm going to drag it up, and then the second one I'm going to drag it down and just kind of give it some flow. Nothing too intense, because if you give it too intense, if you drag this knob way too high up and this way too low, it's going to give it a reverse effect. Now that could be intentional, but there's a better way of tackling that effect if you want that. But you don't want your whole video clip to be reversing back and forth. You want to have just a smooth transition, smooth kind of vibe to it. So make sure that you don't overdo it like this, okay? Make sure it stays linear. As you can see right here, it goes up, linear, and then it goes up again. Cool. And so now if we watch the video clip, it's pretty laggy. What we can do for a temporary fix is simply just by clicking out of the graph editor, clicking on your layer, enabling frame blending on this little box right here, and then clicking on that frame blending option down here, this first box, twice. 1, 2. And so now the slow motion should look a little bit smoother, and this is how the clip should look like. Okay, that doesn't look too bad whatsoever, guys. That doesn't look bad. Either ways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like. Comment down below what you want to see next on the channel. As always, I'll see you guys later. Peace.